Okay, so I'm working on this foliage. Just wanted to show you real quick how I do that. That's probably all I'm going to show you for today. So I already have my dark color. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit lighter green mixed with yellow. And then finally I'm going to go in with my white to lighten this foliage. And the sun is coming from right here. This is where our sun's shining so bright. So it's going to hit this side of the foliage. So we want to mimic the sunlight hitting like right here. These vines are getting hit right there on that side. So, obviously my children are listening to this music, not me, but, keeping them busy for a second so I can get this done. Then that'll be about it for today. So the sunlight's hitting right here. I'm not going to be able to do it all right now. It's going to have to dry a little bit because too much of the color's getting picked up with this white. But that's how we do the foliage. And I already have my Rose of Sharon done over here. And then I'm going to put in my mustard plants. And that'll be about it for the plants. So this is where we're at now with all the foliage. I added in there, I showed you basically the first layer of this foliage, but I don't know, I couldn't get it all. My kids were playing and I started playing with them and forgot all about it. So I just dabbed in the different colors for the foliage. Took my brush and used some cadmium yellow, like the regular bright yellow, and some white and green, and just dabbed all the vines and stuff again. So I really wanted to get some mustard plant in there. Jesus says if you have faith as a mustard seed, you know, nothing's going to be impossible to you. So I wanted to have that verse kind of hidden in this painting. I'm hiding verses in it all over. Of course my phone always rings, but whatever. So I have the Rose of Sharon, which is a verse Jesus says, I am the Rose of Sharon, right here on the wall. I thought that'd be cool. It was sticking out. I have some mustard plant like all over the place, because Jesus says to have faith as a grain of mustard seed, and vines, because Jesus says, I am the vine. If you abide in me, you shall bear much fruit. So, you know, some kind of verses in the background, and then obviously the whole theme of the painting is one big verse. Take up thy bed and walk. And the scene is from the story of Bethesda, but I used the pool of Siloam because looking at the pictures of Bethesda, I don't know, it was so crumbled. Bethesda looks so crumbled. It's just like, I wouldn't know where to begin. I mean, it would be harder. Where the pool of Siloam, I could picture it happening here. So I just used the pool of Siloam. You know, people want to get real technical. I'm wrong because it's the pool of Bethesda, but whatever. If you're that nitpicky, you know, I can't help you. But, so the angel's going to come down and trouble the water. That's the bright light. So I'm going to show you how to paint the water like last. Next thing I'm going to work on is these pots. I think they need some design, some kind of a Native American touch almost is what I'm going to do to the pots, because my family's Native American. So I like to hide something Native American in all of my paintings. And then the next thing I'm going to work on is this corn and this inscription. I want it to be really faint inscription in the sidewalk that says take up the bed and walk, and a piece of corn and a shekel next to Jesus's foot. And then I'm going to work on all these people, which I said I'm going to take scenes from the movie, what's that Mel Gibson movie? What is it now? It's not coming to my mind. So I'm going to take scenes from that movie and try to make my people out of that, because I know Mel Gibson put a lot of thought into the Passion and a lot of energy into that, and really thought about what the people were wearing and how they looked and everything. So, you know, I'm going to take some of the people out of that to just get an idea of how they would have dressed and stuff, and go from there. But then lastly, I'm going to add some extra light on these stairs. It's driving me nuts. There should be more light coming down these stairs. I don't know why it's just not working, but I'm probably going to have to do rays of light at the end, like shining down the stairs, and put more detail into Jesus to really firm everything up with Jesus and this man that can't walk, sick man. So, and then we got to do the sandals and the fish. So I'm just going to work on all that, try to record it for you what I can. My house gets loud. I have 2 toddlers running around, laughing, playing, joking. So I'm just going to record what I'm able to. So, okay, the next thing I'm working on is this corn and this inscription. Let me see if I can get that, set my camera up so that I can show you that. This camera doesn't cooperate very good sometimes. So, the corn and the inscription are the next things that I'm going to work on here. So we want to get more yellow. I mean, the first thing you do with any object you're painting is get your darkest color down and make your outline for that object. It's different than drawing, because drawing you're outlining. With painting you're just blocking everything in with the darkest color and then putting on your next lightest color, the next lightest color, the next lightest color until you're done. So painting's a lot different than drawing. So, but I'm making these videos for my helper, so that my helper, my friend, my little painter friend, can learn how to paint, because they're more of a drawer and I think they could paint really good. They helped me fill in some of the rocks here on my painting, which I thought would be a good start for them. But I also wanted to get all my little painting tips out here, since I almost died. We had a miscarriage and then I almost bled to death through hemorrhaging. So I'm like, okay, if I die, nobody's going to know anything about my painting. Not that I'm the best in the whole world or nothing, but I should leave some of my things I've learned behind. I've learned from some pretty good painters throughout the years. I used to focus on like florals, and then after I became a Christian, got more into biblical painting and stuff. So basically, yeah, I want to get a couple different colors in here, like the cadmium yellow, and then that really yellow, bright yellow color. I don't know, what color is that called? I don't know, your bright yellow. I'm not really a technical painter. I'm just like fly by the seat of my pants kind of person. Technical people make me a little mad. think they take some things too far. They don't have enough fun. So cadmium yellow pal, I guess. Whatever, I don't get into all that. So, your regular cadmium yellow pal. Mixing here on my palette. My palette is just like a Tupperware container lid. Because I'm not crazy and technical about anything. I don't have a fancy palette. I don't care. I just don't care. So I can paint using anything. But so one side of the corn is obviously going to be hit by the light. So that's what I'm trying to start to simulate. Some light hitting this corn. And then I want the chunk, you know, bitten out of it. Because Jesus bit a chunk out of this corn. And that's the whole thing, is that on the Sabbath he's healing. He don't care what the Pharisees say. On the Sabbath, he's Lord of the Sabbath. And we don't celebrate the Sabbath anymore. So that's what this corn is symbolizing here. That Jesus is our Sabbath. He fulfills the law. He nailed it to the tree. He blotted out the handwriting of ordinances that was against us, which was contrary to us. Taking it out of the way, nailing it to the cross. That sort of thing, you know. So, I don't know what's going to be at the end of this. So, that's my thing of corn there. I just wanted it to be kind of subtle. I was thinking about doing 2 ears of corn, but I don't know if I got enough space. Possibly. But that's the thing with Jesus. He's amazing. And he does amazing things. So, and then this I wanted to be like a shekel laying there by his foot. Because he said about Herod, I believe it was, whose superscription this is. You know, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's. Render unto God the things that are God's. So I wanted a shekel sitting there, an ear of corn sitting there, you know. Okay, so now we're really getting the light in there with this little white and yellow dabs. I put more than one color on my brush a lot and just dab colors together, so nobody can duplicate my painting. I could tell you all day long how to paint, but you can't duplicate my painting. So I'm not scared. So there we go. So this is this ear of corn. We want it bitten out of. I might have to go back through and make that spot a little darker to make it really bitten. So I'm going to use some black and like brown or whatever. I don't think any two painters can paint alike. I think everyone is individual. We're all different. We're not going to... There's no way. So, but I'm just showing people what I know about painting. Some artists are all scared. Like, I don't want to let anybody know how I paint. I'm scared. But I'm not scared. Okay, so this sandal is bugging me. I want to do something with it. I was kind of following Mel Gibson passion sandals, but I don't know if I really like the way that it's going. So I'm going to outline his sandal a little bit more, emphasize that a little more, kind of going my own way with it. But there's no right and wrong way to do really anything in painting, except for shadowing and lighting things. If you can't get that right, you know, it's never going to turn out good. So, kind of want to outline the bottom of this sandal. Make it really look like it's there. Okay. So, and then the take up thy bed and walk thing. I wanted that to be just etched in the sidewalk, and it's not really working. Because Jesus likes to write things, you know, in the sand and stuff. I thought it'd be cool to have it kind of written below him. So, I don't know. Maybe like a smaller brush or something. Yeah, there's no right and wrong way to paint. There is tricks, and once you learn those tricks, it makes it look better, realer, more professional. So I've taken a lot of years to learn all the tricks. So at the end, I'm going to show you basically about the hidden rainbow in every painting and how that points us to the throne of God as well. I think every painting points you to the throne of God, exactly to the throne of God. So it's one reason I love painting. I don't know. It's been something I always did since I was a kid. So with this, I don't know. I think I'm going to have to go over it with something dark. Then go back over it with something real light. Dab it all in there. It's getting more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So, okay. We have our sponge brush, our magical sponge brush, which I showed you. That I use makeup brushes because I like the pressure. They give you more pressure than artist brushes, which seem really flimsy. And makeup brushes can make things more smooth and stuff, so I don't know. I like them better, whatever. Say what you want about me, I don't care. Okay, and so when you're using this, it's kind of like a blender, and you can blend in things, like these shadows can be blended in better. Just put a little paint on it and then blend. That's what I like about this. And makeup brushes are very, very cheap. Compare that to artist brushes, which are pretty ridiculously expensive. I have a bunch of them in my garage. Some artists gave me probably $400 worth of brushes, but I just don't like them. I don't. They're like, I don't know. They seem to not get in the crevices where I want them. So, I'm not your traditional painter. I'm pretty relaxed. I'm pretty laid back. High strung and laid back. How does that work? So yeah, using this blender on your shadows makes your shadows blend in better and makes them look more like realistic. Now I'm going over here. So blending in your shadows with this blending thing makes it blend better. I don't know. It just does. So up here, I'm going to start with these pots, trying to give them some sort of a shadow. I'm going to look up some Native American designs for these. Really want to get some cool Native American designs going on these pots. And that's going to be like my hidden little thing, because I'm Cherokee, my family's Cherokee. And I like to, I don't know why I talk quietly. When I'm talking about something secret, I talk quiet. Like, this is my little secret. But, so I wanted to have these pots, you know, have some cool Native American design going. And be like my hidden little secret that nobody knows about, except for anybody who watches this on YouTube. So, yeah, I do that with, I painted some Native American paintings I don't know where everything is. It's all like out in my garage, or my husband lost it, like I said. But yeah, so I want these pots to have some Native American look to them, and that kind of be something that shows that this is painted by a Native American artist. But this blender helps to put in shadows. It's awesome about that. It's not really for this, it's for your eye makeup, but I don't care. You know, I'm not one of these picky people that has to use artist brushes. I have them, I just don't like them. I don't. So, that's where we're at now with our painting. It's coming along pretty good. We got all this foliage going, and I think I like the way the foliage is. Like the Rose of Sharon, I don't think I'm going to touch that again. I think that area is cool. And some of these other ones, I'm going to have to touch up everything. But this is the corn that we just finished. I used his feet. I wanted to have corn with a bite taken out of it. I wanted to say, take up thy bed and walk really subtly in the sidewalk. And a shekel by his foot. You know, render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, render unto God the things that are God's. Basically, you know, saying you belong to God, so rise up and walk. So all this kind of hidden symbolism. So the next thing I'm going to work on is getting Native American, you know, stuff in these pots. That's next. Then the people, you know, I won't work on them till tomorrow, probably, possibly tonight. But I'm about done for the day.